Okay. Hello guys, in this video tutorial we will learn how to scrap and analyze Telegram channel users in Python. Uh, uh, Before we get started, a quick note on prerequisites. This tutorial requires knowledge of Python. Also, some understanding of the Python libraries, Pandas, will be helpful later on in the lesson, but is not totally necessary. Okay, let's get scrapping the Telegram channel. Now, I'm going to show you how to scrap my Telegram channel subscribers. This is Python for data science Telegram channel subscribers and analyze using Pandas data frame. So in this tutorial, we are going to use Teleton Python library to extract to get all the subscribers from the channel, my channel. But you should get to scrap your Telegram channel users. You should have to get access, admin access, and unless and otherwise you cannot scrap any other channels user data. In data science, we can do a lot of work with the right data set. Once we have interesting data, we can also use Pandas or Matplot library to analyze or visualize trends of the data set. But the question is, how do you get that data in the first place? So the thing is that how do you get that data in the first place to analyze and visualize the trends of the data set? So if it is provided to us in a well-organized structure of data like CSV or JSON file, so we are very lucky. So most of the time we need to go out and search data. So oftentimes you will find the perfect way of that will download the Telegram channel users, the Telegram channel subscriber data. So as I told you previously, there is a way to download or scrap Telegram data using Teleton Python library. So Teleton is comes in handy to scrap the Telegram users data. If we find the user's data we want to analyze online, we can also use Teleton to grab the data and turn into a structure we can understand it. This Teleton Python library, which allows us to easily and quickly take users' data from the channel and put into a structured format or into a data frame, Pandas data frame. Before going to scrap the web data or any data from other websites, so we should have to consider, we should have to make sure that we are following some guidelines that treating the websites and other owners with respect. So we always check a company's terms and conditions before scrapping. Read the statement on the legal use of data. We should always think that usually the data we scrap should not be used for commercial purpose. So this is what the rules of scrapping. Once we understand what is scrapping and what are the prerequisites of scrapping and analyzing data from the Telegram channel, now we are going to register into the website, that is what my.telegram.org, to get the API ID and API hash to get an authorization. Unless without authorization you cannot. So now go to this website. And HTTPS my.org, telegram.org. Then when you go to this website, you are required to fill your phone number. Be careful when you are entering your phone number. It should be, it should not be visible for other users, because it is a private. Once other users know your phone number, so you can easily crack or sniff your information, private information. So once you enter your phone number, then click the next button below the form. Then when you click the next button, the Telegram will send to the security code or authorization code to your phone number or your Telegram username. Then you can go to that and copy the security code sent to your Telegram using your Telegram username. Then paste into authorization code, authorization confirmation code, and then click sign. Okay. Once you sign in, then you'll get this interface. Once you log in or sign in or authorized into this website, Telegram organization website, then you can get the API documentation tools. What you will get the API ID and API hash, the most important credentials. So those credentials should be securely kept, not you never be shared to friends or other users. So when you click here, you'll get the form that you fill app title. You should enter the app title name and short name of that app title name. Then once you enter the two important thing, you can click and you will get the app confirmation configuration information. What you will get from this is these are API ID, the API ID, and the API hash hash code. That is what SSH hash code or any hash code. So those two variables are important to scrap your Telegram channel. So those important should not be those variables should not be shared for friends or others. That's why I am not visible to you here. Okay. Now, once you get the API ID and API hash, the next step is installing Telephone Python library using a pipe function. Using pipe, you can install sudo su, then pipe, either pipe 3 or pipe. If you are using pipe 3, you can use pipe 3, unless you can use pipe. Pipe install Teleton Python library. Then click enter. So I have already installed previously, so if this requirements are satisfied, so you can now you have installed the Teleton package. Now create Python code. Here. In this, once you have installed the Teleton, there are different packages in this Teleton library. So first we import Telegram client. Import Telegram client from Teleton libraries. Import from Teleton. Import Telegram client. Once you have imported this package, first let me save this. Let's save this somewhere. Participant.py. Now, once you have imported this Telegram client, the next step, declare the credentials. Declare and initialize the credentials API ID. This is the most sensitive your API copied from the website. This is the most sensitive information, so it should not be visible for users. You just copy from the website you got, and then API hash is another important. So you also your API hash copied from the website. The other is phone number. This is also important. It is your phone number. Put your phone number here. So you should put the real value for those credentials. Here I just to show you demonstration or demo. So don't forget to copy all the credentials from the website you got, the API and API hash. Then once you have declared and initialized the credentials, then create object, an object for Telegram client. Then pass all the credential variables declared above inside this function as an argument. API ID, your phone number, and phone number, API ID, API hash. Once then call the method dot start to start the Telegram client. Here, once you have created the object, the next step is get sorry, get all the channels that you access as an admin. That an admin channels, just in a dictionary, save in a dictionary, d for entity dot user, then d dot entity for d in client dot get dialogues function called get dialogues function method. If d dot is a channel corner, else if you don't have any channel admin privileges, you can get any channel entity. Then the next, choose the channel that you want to list users from the channel. Users from the channel, then channels, then your channel name. I choose my channel name. My channel name. This one. The channel name is Python for data FPDS. Python for FPDS. I just choose because this is my channel. I have an admin privilege. I have admin access, so I can do anything that I want. Therefore, I choose. I just provide choose this as a channel name for FPDS. Now, once you choose your channel, then get all the participants, all participants, then client, sorry, we just create empty list. Then we can store each participant into this list. All participants client dot object already created, that client get participants. Then your channel name already, that one. You can add this parameter. Now, once you get all the participants, we just save the all participants into CSV file. First, we import CSV. This is another file format that just like JSON, to write and read CSV files, we use import. We first import CSV package library. Then, once we have imported this library, we can use with open file and with by passing w argument to write all the participant details into CSV file, because this is the well-known CSV, the file formats for data science. Data science mostly use either JSON or CSV file. That's why we always focus on the two file formats. Now we just open, then the file name that we want to save, participants.csv. Then we pass an argument w to to open the file in write mode. We already know in the previous tutorial. Then encoding into UTF-8 encoding mechanism. Then save as any file participant. Then we create object writer. In the identity block, we create object variable writer to write the CSV file writer. Then CSV dot writer. This is the function to write CSV files. Then the file name is P, the object that we want to write that contains the file object. Then P, then comma separated value or delimiter. That is what you can use any mechanism. Delimiter is what comma separated. Comma separated, comma. Then you can line terminator to separate each row. We can add line terminator. New line. Now we then write the headers for the CSV file. We just writer dot the variable name that contains the file. Then write row function to write rows. The first row always in CSV file or in Excel, the first row is what the headers of the all rows. So we should first write the headers of the Excel CSV file. Then user ID, you can give your own variable name, no problem, header name or field name, first name, last name, then username in the form of list. Now, once we write the header, we then write each participant detail as a row using this mechanism. For each here, I repeat again here. First, we have to import this CSV file. Then, CSV is another package, Python library to read-write CSV file. We just open the file in write mode. Participant, we can give any variable name, no problem, .csv. Then we pass an argument w. Then encoding this is the encoding mechanism UTF-8. This is a standard encoding mechanism. Then we save the object as p, any variable, no problem. Object that holds the opened file in write mode. Then create variable writer to write the CSV file. Writer CSV dot writer function. We use writer function to write the file, the object that in CSV file. Then P is the object that contains the opened file object. Delimiter, we can apply the delimiter. Actually, CSV is a comma-separated variable file format, so we use comma as a delimiter. Then to separate each line, we use line separator, new line mechanism to separate each row. Once we have create this writer variable, we write each user data into rows of CSV file. First, we write the headers of every Excel file. The first row is the headers of the whole Excel rows. So the first we write writer dot write row function. We use write row function in this case. Then we can give any variable header name or field name like this: user ID, first name, last name, and in the list. For each participant, from all participants, for each participant, save it into CSV row. Then for user in all participants, we have both from Telegram user channel name. Then we just writer that created in the above. Then write row function. Then we call user dot ID. ID is the attributes of the Telegram user. The exact attribute is this: user dot first name and user dot last name and user dot username. Now we are finished. We have write each row as a values of the above header. Then now we save this file. That's Python file. Then the next step is you just connect to the internet. You are already connected to the internet. So now go to your file terminal, Python terminal. You can use actually if you are using Windows, there is a terminal. You can check. You can just use. I actually use Kali Linux. That's why I always working on terminal. Now run this Python code, Python 3. Then participants.py. Now it will it requires your phone number, so you should have to enter your phone number here. Your phone number. Be careful when you are entering your phone number. So I will not show you my phone number. That's why I just hide. Now after entering your phone number, it will send you the passcode. Please enter the code you received from the client. Then the passcode will be sent to your phone number or your Telegram user via a Telegram. Then you can copy from that and paste here. It is very sensitive, so you should not be show for others. Now, once you have successfully logged in, it says signed in successfully as your name, as your name. Now all the subscribers details, first name, including first name, last name, username, and ID should be loaded into the file name .csv file and stored in the file. Then we can check that participants.csv I have saved here. This is all the information retrieved from look, do you think this is the username, the first name like this? Do you think like this is so? Most of the username and other informations are not correctly configured. Now we are going to analyze this data using Pandas data frame. Now let's start my Jupyter notebook or my Jupyter Jupyter. I am using the Jupyter Lab, the latest one. Here the participants.csv file is here. You can explore this information. This is scrapped from 827 rows has been extracted, scrapped from Telegram. This is your Python code. Now let's start Jupyter Pandas. Import Pandas as PD. Then read the CSV file pd.read CSV. That's the file name participants.csv. Then run this code. Now explore the first rows. 5 rows. df.head function. This is the first 5 rows. The first 5 rows. User ID, first name, last name, and username. 4 columns. We do have 4 columns, and let's check how many rows we do have. Check how many rows and columns we do have. df.shape 826 rows and 4 columns in this data. We just check df.shape 826 rows and 4 now let's check the type of the data. What type of data included in this data frame? Check the data def.types. Here you can check user ID is integer, and first name and last name username are objects. Also we can check the missing values. Check missing values. df.isNull dot sum. How many missing values in each column? How many missing values? Actually, from this, as we understand from this data set, Telegram username, first name and username, user ID is a must. So the users must enter the first name. Others are optional, username and last name. User ID is automatically generated, so it must be available. So uniquely identify each user. How many? The last name, almost 50% of the data set is missing their last name, and username almost 40% of the data is missing their last name. We can also describe, check the statistics of the data set. df.describe include all statistics mechanism, mean, median, mode. Look here, count how many, count 826 first name available, 406 last name available. So almost 50% missing the data. Username also 482, almost 45, around 45%. So here we can mean the mean of this data is not null. We don't have any max here. This is what the statistics of this data set. So you can do more statistics. You can analyze more. You can fill or drop all the missing value. So this is what all about today's video tutorials. I hope you have learned about scrapping Telegram user data, how to extract the user's information from Telegram users, the Telegram channel, and how to analyze this data to check out the missing values from the data and other statistics. So thank you for watching this video.